What's going on, everyone? You are welcome to another episode of Rewriting Your Story and Improving the Quality of Your Life. You see, when you start taking life seriously or you decide to be intentional about living, there are a couple of daily habits you must include in your daily activities, and one of them is journaling, which is keeping a piece of paper or a book or a diary to write down your thoughts, your emotions, your plans, your vision, your goals for a day, a week, a month, a year, and even your ultimate goals. Okay. Now, when you keep a journal, not only does it help you to keep track of what you use your time for, not only does it also help you to find the indicators of the progress you have made, but it also has certain important hidden benefits or use that you might not have known about, and that is exactly what we are going to talk about in this video. But as always, if you are not subscribed or following this page, consider doing so right now. And if you are watching and you have already done that, please share this video with someone who needs to see this, because when you do that, not only are you helping the others to also enjoy the good content that is being shared here, you are also helping the channel to grow. So please go ahead and leave a like on the video and share it to as many people as you can. Now let's get back to business. So to talk to you about the hidden benefit of journaling, have you ever come across someone you know is very respectful behaving in a way that is very disrespectful before? Well, let me give you an interesting information about why it happens so. You see, emotions and thoughts are fluid. In other words, they flow. What this means is that no matter what you do, no matter how emotionally intelligent you are, your emotions must be expressed. You can either express them consciously or unconsciously. And believe me, if you don't express your emotions consciously and you allow them to come out on their own, as a way of coming out, you may even create more emotional damages for yourself. So the simple and short way of expressing your emotion is to acknowledge how you feel. You see, there are some people, they try to form hard guy. I'm a tough guy. I'm not emotionally disturbed, or nobody can emotionally hijack me or not. But please, emotions doesn't care about your strength or your wisdom or your knowledge. No matter how emotionally intelligent you are, emotions are something that you cannot joke with. And when you get the emotion, the first step is to acknowledge it. Now, when you acknowledge it, you have to express it so that it will lift the burden that comes with it, especially when it is a negative emotion. Now, in expressing it, you can express it in several ways. For example, when people are angry, they scream. People throw away things. People speak their mind. They do all sorts of things. Now, a better way to handle your emotions or to express your emotions without causing further emotional damages to yourself is to write about it or keep it in your journal. Okay, so journaling is like talking to someone, but you are talking to yourself. The same way you speak to a friend. For example, when I was at my former place, I have this friend, Wallace. Charlie, shout out to you, who was like my very good friend. And when I feel uneasy or when something is bothering me, before I decide to express my emotions, especially to the people who are causing me the problem, I'll first of all discuss it with him. And most of the time, when I finish discussing how I feel about certain things to Mr. Wallace, all the initial thoughts and burdens and heaviness that I have will be gone. Now, this time around, I don't have to share it with somebody. All I need to do is to write it down to myself. It's like I am talking to myself or expressing my emotions to nobody but myself. Okay, so keeping a journal helps you to deal with emotional situations without creating further damages to yourself. Now, the second thing is that your thoughts must also be expressed. And you see, thoughts and ideas, they travel, right? If it comes to you and you don't act on it for some time, it will move to the next person, or as a result of consuming new information day in and day out, your brain or your mind pushes the old information behind your memory, and that is why you forget. Okay, so if you don't want to forget anything, or if you don't want to forget about the thought that you have, which mostly comes with ideas that can help you to solve a particular problem, then you need to journal about it. So keep a piece of paper with you all the time and a pen. And whenever a thought comes into your mind, write it down. Now, when you write it down, this is what happens. First of all, it clears your memory so that you wouldn't have to keep it in your head, because your head is not a filing cabinet. Your head or your brain is not meant to be storing something that you can write down and then refer from or refer to, right? Which is why there's a common statement that the smallest pen is better than the biggest brain. So when you have certain thoughts, instead of keeping it in your head, which usually prevents you from using or accessing other faculties of your head or your brain, you can just write it down. And when you write it down, you translate it from the mental state into a physical state. Now you have something that is tangible, and you see there's this coordination between the hand and the brain, such that when you write things down, you are able to remember it better. And when you have it written down, you can also make it clearer, because in most cases ideas and thoughts don't come in their clear state, they come in an ambiguous way. And when you write it down, you now have something that you can refer to, and you can clarify things on the piece of paper or in your journal. So aside from journaling helping you to keep track of how you use your time, the progresses you have made, the milestones you have achieved, and the goals that you have for a particular day, a particular week, a particular month, a particular year, or even your ultimate goal, it also helps you to express your emotions without creating more emotional damages to yourself, and also helps you to translate your thoughts from mental state to a physical state that you can keep working on to make it clear. I do hope you've learned something new in this video. If you did, kindly leave a like on this video and share it with someone who needs to see this. If you are not already following or subscribed, consider doing so right now, because more incredible content coming. I hope to see you tomorrow with another video. Until then, peace out.